Hi, I'm Grace Krasny,
And I'm Gavin Kimmel,
and this is the
the
GK
GK
Podcast.
Podcast.
Yay!
Yay!
Our very
Video.
first video episode.
Many snaps. So today, like Grace said, video episode. So we are both in our beds. It is delightful. And we thought, final episode of the semester, let's do something special. Let's critique others.
Yay! Let's judge people. But it's okay because it's people we don't know personally.
Yes.
So our judgments are based in
Our
no
own perceptions.
our
No
own
fact.
personal
And we
agendas.
will not just be judging any people. Oh, no, no, no,
No,
no.
no, 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 no,
We
no.
will be judging our peers. And by that, we mean people with the initials G and or K. Because
When you said peers, I was like, wait a second, did you change this up on me? And I was like, oh, I
yes,
understand.
we're rating everyone to SPA. Oh, God forbid. Okay.
So
So,
we have a set of our celebs, and then we have a little tier list. So we're gonna put them in the different tiers. We'll explain the tiers just in
yes.
case our listeners, I guess
So,
watchers, don't know what they mean.
so this is the classic tier list. S tier is the highest, and then it
It's
goes
like
down.
I don't know why it's S. Is it
I don't know.
like
I think it's a gamer thing, Grace. I think it's a game
oh
thing for
okay.
gamers. So,
um yes. These are our people. They're not assigned to these tiers. This is just how they're laid out at the moment before we've like gone through and
ATM. Okay. I think we should start with the person that we love the most on here, not Kanye. Anna Kendrick.
Kendrick, I knew you were gonna say that.
Okay. Where would you rank Anna Kendrick, Grace?
Honestly, S. S.
Elaborate.
She's just like, she's so talented. Like, her voice is so good. And she's so funny and just adorable. And like, she just seems like, not only is she like talented, but she just seems like a very genuinely nice person and like a down to earth person. And like, as you know, Gavin, I love me some Dodie. And Dodie did an interview with her where
Okay.
she had her paint her nails,
Hmm.
and she was just so like goofy and fun, and she wasn't like, oh yeah, I guess I could paint your nails. She was like genuinely excited, and so it just
Aw.
makes her seem very like a real like genuine person. And
I would agree. I think she's S tier. I think, and also we can change tier rankings, like if we,
once we see how it like stacks
yeah.
up against each other.
I think so too. I mean, she grew up on Broadway. She is so talented. A lot of people, I think they didn't like her in Into the Woods because they were like, not Broadway people, but I'm like, she is Broadway people, and yeah, I agree. She's a joy. She's a delight.
She's a
So that's
joy.
why we put her
S
in the
tier.
S tier. Oh no.
Listen,
Oh no.
it was working
There
before.
we go. Yay. Okay.
Who shall we do next?
Should we do
We just work our way up.
sure.
Kind
So,
of. Kanye West.
Kanye West.
Here's the thing. Obviously, initial instinct is F.
Mhm. Mhm.
However, maybe I'd put him in E because he does provide us with some stuff to talk about. It's like
That's
that SNL skit where they were like, "If Trump isn't elected, what am I going to talk about?"
also, you love, I think you mentioned this before on the
Oh,
podcast or not, but you love that good meme of like Kanye West and his Kanye best
yeah. I don't think it was a podcast. I think it was just like
friendly conversation.
on the conversation. But it was like there's just this meme of Kanye West where it's just like a story about him, like a little short story, but like not everything, but like many of the words rhymes with West. So it's
Yeah.
like he will dance at the party with such Kanye zest, all dressed up in his Kanye best. And yes, so I would put him in E tier. What do you think?
Mm, yeah, I'm teetering between E and F. I feel like I'm going to go E2 just because he's not like a threat.
That's so true. That's so true. Because like he's seems like a
No,
bad person, but he's not like what's he gonna do?
correct. No, no
Also,
way.
like again, he provides some humor. Like he posted, I think he posted something. Maybe it was a joke, but like how he was winning in Kentucky or something for like 10 minutes for during the election, and he was like, "Here we go, Oval Office." Also, him and Kim are getting separated.
Really?
Yeah, I told my mom that, and she said, "Good."
Oh my goodness, the drama.
Lots of drama. They're stuck.
This is not a tea podcast though.
It's not.
It could be though.
Well, shall we move then? Skip up a few and go to the Kardashians?
Okay, the Kardashians.
Are we
So
just
not the
doing it
Jenners.
as a family?
As a family, it's the mean. It's the mean ranking because obviously we would rank some higher than others.
Mm-hmm. Because Chris for me is like A tier, but Kim is like F.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
feel like I put them C to D tier because
Yeah.
honestly, I think their show is really funny for the most part. I think Kubutuka is a blast, truly a blast.
Here's why I would put them in D tier is like they're entertaining. However, like they're more entertaining than Kanye, which is why they'd be above him. But they're not like they have so much money, and I feel like they're not very charitable with it. And I'm like, do more with what you have.
Yep,
Like,
yep.
but
Okay,
they're so quotable. Like, how many times have you said, Kim? There's people that are dying.
a fair amount. The one I've been
So
using
many times.
recently is the you have this big expletive house, and yet you can't afford
The
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. And then there's I've been doing the like, why would you say that? You just put me in such an uncomfortable situation. And I don't even know what she's talking. Also, there's this clip. Chris takes Kim's phone, just like takes it, and then Kim takes Chris's phone and throws it off the balcony and goes, "It's what she deserves."
There was one episode that I watched where Kim straight up stole one of her sister's dogs because they had like identical dogs, and Kim was really annoyed by hers, and the sister's dog was not as annoying. So she took it. Just
And then,
like, take
oh
what
my
you
god,
want.
the when Chris gets Kylie a pig, and then
And a chicken?
Kylie, Kylie Jenner to the foyer. I have a little surprise for you. Is that a
Oh my god. Too funny.
chicken? And then, oh my god.
Do we want to move to Mr. Clooney?
Sure.
Oh no.
What'd you do?
I accidentally moved all the bars.
Hmm. Mr.
Adobe
Clooney.
SP, really? Boom. Okay.
I'm trying to. I like. What's interesting about Mr. Clooney is he's obviously super famous. Like
Hmm.
everyone knows, like George Clooney. But I have seen very little of like his films. Like I feel like most actors on his level have like a thing they're famous for. Like
Yeah.
Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible guy. You know, but like what is George Clooney? What is George Clooney?
I
Or like
mean,
does he have Ocean's 8? Is that like his thing?
I think it probably would be. Let's look up.
Like most.
Like, what is his. What is he most
He
famous?
was in Fantastic Mr. Fox, one of my favorite films. One of my
Oh, it's Ocean's
counselors.
11, not Ocean's
Oh,
8.
Ocean's 8 is a new one
Yeah.
with the women. One of my counselors from my summer camp is moving to LA, and he's gonna be like the personal assistant to the guy who played like the child Fox in Fantastic Mr.
Oh my
Fox. And I freaked
god.
out because I was like, he said he was um the personal assistant to this actor, and I was like, I recognize that name, and I googled him, and he was in Fantastic Mr. Fox, and I freaked out.
That's. Oh, yeah, see, I've seen him in some. I just. Hmm.
He has a very distinct voice.
He does.
Like when you hear it, it's like, oh, George Clooney.
I feel like he's not. He's not harmful, but
Mm-hmm.
he's
So
also
like,
not
what has
that
he done?
memorable to me. So I'm saying B tier.
I agree. I'd even maybe C tier. There
But I
we
feel
do
like
it.
in relationship to like the Kardashian Jenner,
That's
and like
so true. He's definitely 2 tiers above them.
Grace, do you want to move into your Holy Trinity moment?
I would love to. So I have been watching a lot of Stranger Things. Like I watched it once and then like 3 days later I watched it again. And now like all the like episodes in the whole series, and now I'm like starting to watch it again. I'm just obsessed with it at the moment.
ATH.
Um exactly. So, first of all, let's start with Mr. Joe Keery. Um I love Joe Keery. He's so fun and just like great, and I love him as Steve. And he's like, he's I don't know if it's a band or if it's just him, but he's got some like really good music that I just vibe very heavily to. But Gavin, we were talking about this on like FaceTime like yesterday. He You were like, he's attractive except when he is not. And I think he's
Yeah.
only attractive as Steve Harrington, but that's a pretty good photo. But sometimes when I see him in real life, I'm like,
Meh.
but I would definitely put him in A tier, um, for sure. Because like, he's great and I love him, but he's not like Anna Kendrick level,
Yep, yep.
you know.
What about Mr. Gayton?
Dayton, I love Gaten Monterozzo so much. Everyone is so like, no one cares about him. There's like that video of like the four kids from Stranger Things and then James Corden like singing a little medley. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, well, it's very good. And everyone's like, oh my God, like Finn is such a good singer and Caleb's such a good singer. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Kate, because he was on Broadway.
He
He was
was,
in
yeah, he was in Les Mis.
Les Mis. He was Gavroche.
Gavroche.
Um, he's so talented. And this summer, I've been like scouring the internet. I was like video of Gaten Matarazzo singing because there's like no good videos of him
Mm.
singing. And this summer there was one posted of him singing Michael in the bathroom.
Aw.
And Be More Chill, and it's so good. So I think they'd both be an A
Okay. And then where does Gary Busey come into all
tier.
this?
Okay, so Gary Busey. I know exactly 3 facts about Gary Busey. He was on Dancing with the Stars.
Uh-huh.
My mom says he's absolutely insane, like a crazy person, and his son was in Stranger Things.
Who's
So
his
that
son?
his son was. Did you watch the third season?
No.
Okay, well then, he was in the third season. There was like a also Michael Park was in the third season, from Devin Evan Hansen.
Yep.
Nancy, and Jonathan in the third season they worked at like
Oh,
the
so keep
newspaper.
going. Oh, never mind.
And Nancy, everyone was like being really mean to her because she was a woman. And so they were like, him and then Michael Park were like the two main guys who were like in it, like being mean to her. But it's okay. They get what's coming to them. So,
Okay. Which is probably means they get eaten. So where would you... Also, I just want to say that Gary Busey was not my choice to put on this list. Grace said, I want these three. Where
I
would you
need
put
these
Mr.
three or
Busey?
I will not do it.
Do you
I
put...
think Gaten and Joe definitely A tier. Gary Busey, the thing is, I don't know like anything about him, so I don't know if he's actually done like bad things or if he's just like kind of crazy.
Bonkers.
So maybe I put him in D with the Kardashians
Okay.
because
I
I
won't
don't know of him being actively bad. Maybe he's a terrible person, but I do not know.
I won't fight you on that one because I don't have any basis on which to fight you.
Okay, I just talked a lot. Gavin, would you like to do one of your? Who's
Sure,
the
let's go to
person?
Lisa. Can we go to Lisa Kudrow?
Who's the person right above her? Who is
Greta
that?
Thunberg?
Oh, that's great. Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, Lisa Kudrow. So I never watched Friends. Do I intend to watch Friends? Maybe. I don't know. Um,
Average. There's better sitcoms.
yeah.
It's boring.
But like I've of course seen scenes from it, and she's just
She's the best
so
character
flippin' funny, and
because
that's my point is that she's like superior.
everyone's like a real person, and then she's just like going crazy. There's this clip in it that's like my favorite moment from Friends. I think I've told you this, Gavin, but our listeners do not know. It's Chandler comes in and he's really mad, and Monica goes, "What's wrong?" And he goes, "Someone on the subway licked my neck." And then Phoebe, who's Lisa Kudrow, she goes, "Oh, Willie's still alive." And then does a little like, and then they just move on. It's so funny.
She's so funny, and what I love is I mean, I'm not super involved in the world of Friends and the actors, but I feel like she is like the only one who is continuing to get that coin. Like she is just making
Yeah.
videos left and right. She was recently in God, I don't know what it's called. It's Mae Martin's comedy, Netflix comedy show. But like it's not like a stand-up show. It's like an actual like scripted miniseries. And like she played her mom, I think, and she like did a random cameo towards the end of The Good Place, and like she's just all over the place, and I love her.
She
Also, she looks
was
like Jane
in.
Goodall in my imagination.
She was in the first time I ever saw Lisa Kudrow was in Hotel for Dogs. She Have you seen that movie?
No.
It's so good. There's these two kids who are like foster kids, but they're like biological siblings, and her and some I don't remember the dude, but they're like their foster parents,
Hmm.
and they're just like so funny, and they're like trying to start a band, but like they're really not talented, and then
Oh, you know what? I've seen like the end of that movie, I think.
yeah, and then the kids like save all these dogs. They like drive. They have a little van, and they like drive around like finding stray dogs, and then they like have them live in this abandoned hotel that they found. It's so cute. Such a good movie. Dare we say Lisa is an S?
I was gonna say A to S. I
I
don't
feel like
feel as like drawn to S for her as I did for Anna Kendrick, but I also
okay.
have nothing against putting her in S.
I think A.
Okay.
I think A is the
I think
way.
that's a
A is the way.
oh my gosh.
Should we try to get a C in here?
Who would be a C though?
My eyes are being drawn to George Bush.
Let's talk about
I
oh
know
no.
nothing about George Bush.
Let's
I don't know anything about the presidents.
you don't?
No, nothing.
Me neither. Um
That's where he's in C. He's like perfectly middle. Actually, fun fact in Stranger Things, I'm so stupid. I don't know if it was this bush or like there's so many bushes, but like in the lawn of like one of their houses, it was like a presidential sign that said like Reagan Bush 84.
mhm.
And I was watching with my mom, and I was like, "Oh, mom, who did you vote for, Reagan or Bush?" But that's not how those work. He was the vice president. She was like,
So close. So close.
So yeah, he's classic C for me.
Okay. Will
Nothing
not fight you on that one.
about it is known. Do we have any Fs? I don't think we have any
I
Fs.
don't think we have any Fs. Which is a bit of a bummer. But you know what? Keep that positive mentality. The end of 2020, we need it. Let's go up to these wonderful women up here.
Let's.
So, oh god, gosh, dang it. Um,
Greta or Lisa? Liza. Wait, what is her name? Leslie. Leslie.
Leslie Kretzler. There we go. She's great. I feel like I'm immediately drawn to A tier. I don't know why. She feels
I agree. Anna's just above it all.
she's just above it all. But Leslie is like she's so funny. She's objectively incredibly funny.
Every single time I remember that like she was in Legally Blonde, I've forgotten it, and I'm like, what the heck? And I feel like I've texted you like three
Yeah.
times, being like, what? She was in Legally Blonde, and you're like, yes, we've
Yes.
talked about
Yeah.
this
I
many
feel like
times.
what was that? Oh, that's when I realized that Andrew Reynolds was in Big Mouth, and I feel like that's how we roll, Grace. Is we just like
Yeah.
we'll forget things and then remember them and be like, ah.
Oh, and then the other person's like, yes, very good.
Yeah, I think A tier for her. Uh,
That's okay. She has a good range too. I guess I've only seen her in two things, but they're very different characters, so
it's
they're really
true.
good.
It's true. I think, and yeah, I don't know what else. She did a Broadway.com thing, I think, on YouTube that was very funny.
May I say right now, looking at the list that we have, I think maybe we should move Gaten and Joe down to B, just because I don't know. I think my judgment is clouded by my love for the show
Mm-hmm.
and like my hype for it right now, but overall, those two are more iconic.
Yep. I see. I see. Let's move to Beyonce. Let's
Let's.
wait for a second. Hello, Leslie. Okay.
Can I be 100% honest?
Yes.
I obviously Beyonce is pretty cool, some pretty good music, but I'm not like a huge like Beyonce person.
You're not in the beehive, Grace?
I'm
Come
not.
on.
Like, honestly, if someone was like, well, I don't know. I was gonna say if someone was like, oh, I have an extra Beyonce ticket. Do you want to come? I would go, but I wouldn't be like, oh my God, Beyonce.
Yeah. I
Like,
went
I get it. I
on the
understand.
On the Run tour in like 2018. And that's how I felt. I felt like I was trying to push it. You know, it was really good, and like they had like beautiful. I mean, the dancing was incredible, and like her vocals were stunning. And she did it with Jay-Z. But I'd say I
Really
really hope that the
tired.
Beehive does not find this video and just comment because
Kill us.
I
Well,
feel
we
like
could put her in B for Beyonce.
that's what I was gonna say. I wasn't gonna say that, but I was gonna say B tier, just because I feel like I
I
don't know,
get it.
good music,
I
but it's
get
also
it.
like I don't know. I think the Beehive also gets really gatekeepy around her,
Hmm.
which we do not stand. Um, have you ever seen Tyler Oakley did a video like this where he ranked all the types of potatoes? It was hysterical. Let's do our
I
final
love a potato.
single initial person, Miss Greta Thunberg.
Yes.
I would put her S tier just because
Honestly, she's like,
she's just serving all around. She's saving
it's
the
so good.
planet. She's
She really is.
standing up to adults. My favorite thing is when Trump was talking about like voter fraud after the election, and she redid like the time where he was like, chill, Greta, chill. Like, have you seen that tweet where Greta was like, the planet is dying or whatever, and Donald was like, oh, like, she needs to work on her anger management issues, watch a good old fashioned movie with a friend, chill, Greta, chill. And then when Donald Trump was speaking out about the voter fraud, she was like, he needs to work on his anger management issues, watch a good old fashioned movie. She just, she doesn't, she doesn't care.
Also, no, like, shade. This is not a diss. She looks a lot like the kid from My Babysitter's a Vampire.
Could be a good thing.
The juxtaposition between our comments, like, you're like, she's saving the planet. She's doing all the, and I'm like, you know what? She kind of looks like this kid from Disney Channel.
Honestly,
The duality of
the
man.
duality of it all. Okay,
Okay, who are we ending with?
Genghis Khan, obviously.
Okay.
So we're gonna rank us now.
Gavin, would you like to explain these photos?
So this is
Or
great.
are they self-explanatory?
This is Grace in Aliens vs. Cheerleaders as photographed by Kate Hick. And
Don't expose her. That's not legal. What she did. I think it was Maddie too. I don't think it was Kate.
okay, stop exposing your own friends then. Just the action in this photo is great, but let's zoom all the way into like
I'm tired. I've had a long week of killing aliens. It's been a long week.
it's so funny. And then this is
But-
me
and
mimicking.
then Gavin recreated it.
Um,
And it's so frustrating because Ananya looks so cool and she's like, yeah. And I'm just like,
I
ooh.
just
And the feet placement is so good. Like the legs. Like it's an
That
action
still
shot.
gets me. I remember you showed me those pictures in the lunchroom, and I just lost it. I could not keep it
That was
together.
so,
So
and then Sydney's in such a cool like, oh, and like even in the background, Zoe, like they're like, oh, and I'm just like,
okay, we're gonna upload this audio as a podcast, but I'm sorry to anyone who's actually listening to this as a podcast and not watching the video.
so if you listen to it, like
Just
hit me
pause
up, and you want to know what it looks like, hit me up. I'll send you this picture. I still have it. It's Gavin's contact photo for me.
It is.
Look at your background for a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
It's
I
great.
don't know.
But
It's a
how
good-
would we rank ourselves, Grace?
Zoom out. I want to see like what we're up against here. This is hard because I don't want to be self-deprecating and put myself like in the George Clooney tier, but I feel like I'm not better than, or in the George Bush tier. But I
Yeah,
feel like I'm not better than like
I'm not
Beyonce.
better than Beyonce.
Like, and George, Mr. Bush, he needs some buddies.
Yeah.
Well,
And I think we're about equal, you and I, Grace.
I
in how
agree.
we exist. but we're better than the Kardashians.
Oh, and Gary Busey.
Poor Gary.
Well, maybe he's a terrible person. We don't know.
We don't know. Now we move on to the man, the myth,
The OG,
the OG
the
GK.
original GK.
More and more. Genghis Khan.
I know nothing about Genghis Khan.
I know a few things about Genghis Khan. He was a very powerful leader,
I know
warrior,
that. I knew that.
murdered a lot of people. What I think is super cool is the amount of people that is related to him, that are related to him.
Mm,
Now, we have to think critically about why so many people are related to him.
we really do.
Conquest and abuse. So, where do those two balance each other out? I'm not really sure.
Dare I say E tier? Is he better or worse than Kanye West?
I don't know. I feel like he might be
Or
better. I feel like he would be like the Kardashian of that time.
he's like, oh my god, that's so true.
Plus, he's like, I don't know.
But was he providing like that comedy content? Like,
Well, you know what he provides? He provides an easy A for a history paper for a ninth grader. You know?
so
If
true.
a ninth grader decides that they're going to write, or if anyone for that matter, decides to do a project on Genghis Khan, they're going to have all the material in front of them. They're going to have all the analysis. So if they fail, that's on them. That's not on Mr. Khan. So I'm going to say D tier. Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that because I don't really know anything about him. So
Wow.
looking at this list, I feel very accomplished.
I do too. This has been
So much
so much fun. We have had a delightful semester.
fun. Have we now?
We have. I'm
Please
speaking.
use I statements, Gavin.
I have learned so much and grown so much.
Mm.
And I really appreciate all our fans.
All our fans. I feel like we have like 10,
Okay.
dare I say. I know we have at least 3,
That's that's more than one.
maybe 4.
Ah!
Also me, because I listen to these all the time.
Yeah. I like hearing the sound of my own voice sometimes.
Me too. I'm so glad I've gotten over that, um, like watching myself do stuff or like listening to my own voice and be like, ew, I hate it.
Yeah.
Because when we were about to watch the fall play, a lot of people were like, I don't want to watch it. I hate watching. And I was like, no, I want to see myself. I am a narcissist.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I go back and I watch.
Oh my god. Grace froze you guys. Well, that's 2020. We have some really good.
Oh no!
Oh, she's back.
Wait,
Yay.
you were frozen too. You were frozen for me.
Oh,
I think I lost my Wi-Fi for like 1 second.
well, I was just telling our audience that we have some really fun ideas for 2020, 2021 podcast episodes.
Yes, we do.
We will see y'all then, and we
Mm.
appreciate you watching and supporting us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.